having a free and fair election is more important than who wins. So every effort should be first on ensuring that we have a free and fair election. And INEC has to play a key role here. Mr. President has said he doesn't care who succeeds him. So we believe that the president would want a free and fair election. But you can't have it by sitting back. The president has responsibility to be awake, to be strong, and to make sure none of his aides and party members disrupt and distort his plan. That's number one. Number two is that the security has a role to play. Nigeria is very fragile. And so if you look at everywhere across the country, you see pockets of serious insecurity. INEC has said that there are problems with elections in some communities, northeast, even in some places in the southeast. So we need to have stronger effort between now and February to bring down the level of insecurity. If you don't, some places will be difficult to have elections. Even if when it holds, many Nigerians will be disfranchised. And the third aspect of it is what happens the morning after election. The election has to be transparent, credible, free and fair, and seen to be so. Today, with the youth involvement in election today, the consequence of rigged election becomes much more damaging. We saw the NSAS, and the NSAS members are now part of the political process, which is a good thing. But if it's mishandled, it could erupt a second and more dangerous NSAS. So it's a note of caution to politicians who want to rig election, politicians who are now terrified about the changing demographics of young people, of the new people who are getting PVC and who are willing to make a change. They should allow change to happen. We've seen change in Kenya. We've seen change in some other African countries. We've seen election in Brazil, how the people voted out a sitting government. The Nigerian politicians should allow, if possible, that they should be voted out. If they don't allow themselves to be voted out when the people wanted to vote it out, the consequence is that we can have a massive crisis, conflict, post-election. And with examples from Mali, Niger, several other African countries, you can't predict how such post-election conflicts go. So yes, we can get peaceful election 23. We can have a new government take effect in 23. All depends on whether the politicians, the government, INEC, particularly the military, the president himself, who has said several times, I don't care who wins, I want free and fair election. Let the president not just go and sit back and be picking his teeth. He has to now take charge and ensure that no shadowy presidency towards the will of the president for free and fair election. Nigeria is in a keg of gunpowder right now. If we have a good election, Nigeria will move forward. If this election is rigged or mismanaged, it could throw up very serious crisis for the country.